enlighten people that the black people in America, they came from all over and were stripped of their identity. So you didn't know who you were. You didn't have your language. You didn't have your identity. So the correct term for all of us is called ADOS people. We are descendants of slavery in America. So we are ADOS people. We don't have a real name, and we want America to give us that because we have a culture and we're rich in culture.
Yes.
But we don't have an actual name because we come from so many different places, so many different tribes. To call us ADOS, it gives us something. We're not just black. And to say African American, Africans look at us like, you know, so we are ADOS people. I live in Boston, and Harriet Tubman, when she did the Underground Railroad, she came through Boston. And the very street I live on, her house is at the corner, and it's been there for years. They recently tore it down and made condos that cost $1 million. But the Underground Railroad was actually underground. So in the basement of my apartment is a part of the Underground Railroad. I got the opportunity to walk through it. Now my writing style is mostly science fiction. I don't really dabble into talk about history. But after walking through that path, that railroad, where ADOS people came through to try to find freedom, to try to find a life, some identity. I can't imagine what their lives were like struggling to get to a thing called freedom. So I'm gonna begin this poem, but that's how I end up writing it, walking through that. I was there, 1777, in a time when there were no peace among colors, in a land that bred slaves that will eventually hang from trees, a land where trees just couldn't be trees and black folks, well, we just couldn't be free. America became a playground for racism and a graveyard for black slaves looking for a brighter thing. Trees that was not known as a national treasure, honored in gardens, days now sink beneath the sun, draped in slaves and heavy messages. And among one of them, I can't bear to receive. It's a message indeed of my older brother. He hanging from a tree. My brother, who I held in high regards and placed on high pedestals, is now hanging high under golden sunlight. And our father's white shame to show no mercy for his own son, colorful like a tree branch of my own self. He refused to see. And I stand there among black raised heads and airless faces whose mouths don't rush to smile. And I ask Mama, why Master hate us? She say, child, you can't get out of prison if you don't know you're in one. Hate is easy. Now love, that's more difficult to create. Mama spoke words of fire for thoughts. As she watched her son whipped and killed with his father's greatest sin, not to care. And I stand there and I watch Mama as she clenches into her Bible. A Bible whose God remains nameless. A God that don't make mistakes, but he makes choices. Choices that help keep plantations in line. Choices that don't protect trees or anyone darker or the color. But I know trees ain't supposed to hold slaves, and peoples ain't supposed to be slaves. And these trees, they got questions we's all afraid to ask. You think trees don't speak? Oh, they do. And I hear them. They scream loud, worn out echoes, remove these dead bodies from me. We just stand there and cry. shed enough tears to wash away my father's white fear. And neither one of us can give love to one another under these conditions. But standing in the background, I see my half-brothers and sisters, whose is all white. And I see their hearts lying in ambush just like mine. They brother, who wanted nothing more than to heal a nation that struggled over freedom. Here in America, a place where tomorrow remembers you. And I always will remember what happened to my brother. And so many, so many, so many, so many, so many, so many, so many others. I like to call this once upon a